for Rural Industrialization's WARDA. She rendered moral support to all the units of Sakti. She was very busy, engaged with Sakti assignment, but due to a request, she agreed to preside over today's webinar. Madam, we are very thankful and fortunate to hear your speech. I welcome our resource person, Dr Ksh Vedamani Devi, Faculty of Food Science and Nutrition, Dhanmanjuri University, Imphal. She received the iconic Faculty Award 2019, awarded by Saksam Society and Parikshkar College of Global Excellence, Jaipur. I welcome Dr Koijam Sobita Devi, Faculty of Teacher Education, Manipur University. She is a very versatile and dynamic person, arranging many programs, conferences, refresher courses in Manipur University. I welcome Dr. Asagupta, in charge of Manipur Sakti. She is responsible of organizing a number of programs under Manipur Sakti. She is an outstanding, knowledgeable, inspiring, helpful, capable of conducting many webinars amidst the COVID pandemic, and an excellent professor. I also welcome distinguished faculties from different universities and colleges, Manipur Sakti team, and all the participants. National Sakti is a national movement for women empowerment, which is spread across the country, working together under the same platform, bringing constructive change to the society using the application in science and technology. Manipur Sakti is one of the units of National Sakti. This is a Society for Women Empowerment established in December 2020. Within this short period, many webinars was conducted, and the members of Manipur Sakti are full of unity and working wholeheartedly for the development and progress of the society or the environment. According to a study published in April 2019 in the Lancet Journal, each year, poor nutrition is responsible for 11 million global deaths from ailments such as cardiovascular diseases, certain types of cancer, and type 2 diabetes. To overcome such types of diseases, indigenous food should be encouraged to consume medicine right, so as to keep the body strong. Nutrition and medicinal plants are used in Manipur since immediately and are consuming in the local cuisine till today. The local people traditionally being dependent on the wetland species and everyday meals, which was an essential constituent of the local diets. So this webinar is organized to discuss about food as a medicine. Now, I request our Mirna May, Secretary of Manipur Sakti, to introduce our guests to the audience. Over to Mirna May.
Thank you, Dr. Biteshwari. I feel honored to have this opportunity to introduce the chief guest of today's webinar to our spectacular audience. Dr. Anandharamakrishnan is presently serving as Director, Indian Institute of Food Processing and Technology, Thanjavur. He has been the Principal Scientist and Coordinator for the Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research at CSIR, CFTRI, Mysore. He is having more than 2 decades of experience in research and administration. Dr. Anandharamakrishnan obtained his BTech and MTech in chemical engineering from Anna University, Chennai. He has his doctoral degree from Loughborough University, United Kingdom. During his PhD tenure, he was awarded the prestigious Commonwealth Scholarship Program of the Government of United Kingdom. He has more than 140 research papers of national and international repute, 2 international patents, and 7 Indian patents, authored 6 books and 62 book chapters. His areas of research include the design of engineered nano and micro-scale delivery systems for the control and targeted release of food bioactive compounds, 3D footprinting, engineered human dynamic gastrointestinal system and glycemic index studies, spray drying and spray freeze drying of food products, and computational modeling of food processing operations. Dr. Anandharamakrishnan is the elected Fellow of National Academy of Sciences, Fellow of National Academy of Agricultural Sciences, Fellow of Royal Society of Chemistry, Fellow of Royal Society of Biology, Fellow of Association of Food Scientists and Technologies, and the Institute of Engineers. Dr. Anandharamakrishnan serves as Associate Editor of International Journal of Food Engineering, Academic Editor of Flourishing Journal, International Editorial Advisory Board member for Drying Technology Journal, Editorial Board member of Journal of Food Process Engineering and various international journals. Dr. Anandharamakrishnan is awarded with the prestigious ICAR Rafi Ahmad Kitway Award for Outstanding Research in Agricultural Sciences 2019. He was awarded Tata Innovative Fellowship Award 2019-20 by DBT, Government of India, awarded the National Design Award 2019 for Outstanding Contribution by the Institution of Engineers, National Design and Research Forum, recipient of prestigious Nashi Reliance Industries Platinum Jubilee Award 2018 and IIFPT Special Platinum Jubilee Award for Development of Food Processing Technology and Innovation 2019. Dr. Anandharamakrishnan also received several awards including Dr. B.D. Tilak ChemCon Distinguished Speaker Award 2016 from Indian Institute of Chemical Engineers. Also received Dr. M. Savir Oration Award 2017 by Indian Society of Veterinary Pharmacology and Toxicology. He was also awarded the Best Director of the Year 2018 and the Visionary Leader of the Year 2018 by Integrated Chamber of Commerce and Industries. We are very lucky to have with us such a distinguished personality on this webinar. We are looking forward to your presentation.
Thank you so much, Maranmai ma'am, and most respected Dr. Sudha Tiwari ma'am, respected Beta Shwari Devi ma'am, and all the members of Sakti group and other national members. Thank you so much again participating into the platform of Sakti. Is really a pride to me to be participate. And once again, thank you so much, Sudha ma'am and other members, for inviting me for today's talk. And I'll go with the first food as a medicine. And you know very well, this is the caption now we need, the present scenario. Last 1 year, what we are facing in our country, we lost a lot of our relatives, our very loved ones due to this pandemic. One thing we missed it, something would have been done in the way of treating this COVID or our practice itself. and look at what went wrong in last 1 year and what went wrong in last 50 years. Our food habit entirely changed. What we have taken the 100 years back, food for the energy. That's what we started taking the food. After 50 years back, we realized we needed nutrition along with the energy. Then we started looking which are the food molecules can give the nutrition for us. Then recently what is changed, maybe last 10 years, food for soul. People are thinking, when I eat the food, I want to enjoy myself. It's evolved than the nutrition to the enjoyment. I want to enjoy during the taking the food. In this process, we crossed for the convenience food or ready to eat, ready to cook product. You may be surprised to know last 1 year from the last March to this February, ready to eat, ready to cook product market is increased more than 35%. Maybe due to the pandemic is fine, but still we are moving towards to convenient food. We want different food and different type of enjoyment what we wanted to take it. Look at what is our current our age in India. We are the average lifespan is 62.5 years we are living right now. But it's a good improvement. When we got independence, our average age is only 28 years. Now 62.5. But look at Canada, average age is 80.5. Australia 82.5. US 80 plus. Japan 85. We are losing close to the 15 years of lifespan on an average in whole country. Why we are losing? Main is food and then our lifestyle. Now it's both are coming very close. It's both are interlinked because this system, what our body is the machine and it needs proper treatment. Even our car or any machines, what we are doing every year or every 6 months, one service has to be done. And proper petrol, we have to do that. Our body as well need proper treatment. So that's what you have the two type of the treatment when diseases come. One is that what you think is the like a pharmaceutical, another one is the food. Ancient time people used to treat most of the disease using the food only. If you have the disease, they will suggest these are the food. For some time you practice some of the things and you will get cured. Now is immediate treatment, we are going for the pharmaceutical molecules. Pharmaceutical molecules will give immediate relief to you, but side effect also will come along with that. That's what if you look at that industry struggling. But another side, this nutraceutical, so-called as evolved for last almost 25 years, doing very good business in India. If you take it, whatever the supplement you are taking in the last 1 year, most of you are taking the Zinco White, that what you are the supplement staples. It is the food. It is not from the pharmaceutical. If you turn it, you can see the FSSAI label, the Food Safety Standard Authority number has been given there. So this is a food molecule is delivered to us. Is extract from the different food source and added into that. Why not? We can take our natural food itself. That's what, when you look at your food, what is there in front of your plate, you need to think, your brain has to go how much amount of the energy you are taking now, how much protein is there, how much molecules of other nutrient is there. You don't need very extraordinary knowledge on that, like you have to do the PhD. Just the basic understanding itself enough to understand what you are taking in the food. This is the what now the changing scenario is going on to that. Our country leading to the world #1 diabetic nations and cardiovascular disease are continuously increasing. One side, we are the youngest nation in the globe. 40% of the population comes from 30 to 45 years. But we are spending 30% of our earning for the processed food, food commodities, and it's going on to that direction. If we are properly not maintained ourselves, we have to spend the same 30% of money for the pharmaceutical compounds that we don't want, because that much amount of the pressure our country can't withstand. You would have been realized just 2 months back how much our country faced the problem, because our infrastructures, what we have in our country, it is not meant for that. Traditionally, we are healthy and we need to follow that. That's what all food as the medicine, the traditional medicine is going on to that. If you take the simple example of diabetes, You need to understand which are the food is important. One is that GI, glycemic index. Once you take the food, after 1.5 hours, how much amount of the glucose is released to your blood. That's what after the postprandial we are taking the blood and we are checking into that. Instead of that, now people are going for diabetic food like that. But traditionally we have the very good diabetic food along with us. Think in Manipur, red rice and the pink rice, all are very good because that low GI is there in all these traditional rice varieties. But we are going for the oats. Oats is not cultivated in our country. We imported from Australia. We are taking the oats. What is the GI of the oats? 52 to 53. We have the very good traditional rice can give the same amount of the GI from this type of rices. For example, Karuppu Kavani, one of the rice is cultivated in Tamil Nadu and we promoted, our institute is heavily promoted that rice. It is around 52. We have our own rice, but we are going for taking for the oats from other countries. That's what we need to think. Our traditional food is available. If you have the diabetes, you can take it. Cardiovascular disease, so many spice molecules, including the turmeric is one of the compound. We need to take it regular diet. It is there, our regular diet. If you take it any of the kitchens, whatever you prepared in our kitchen without turmeric or haldi, we are not preparing any of the dish. It has that. But if you go for the other type of food, most of the time we are not using the traditional spices. So we need to understand what is this spice principle can help us to improve our nutrition quality. That is the key element we need to understand. And third one is that our body can't synthesize the omega-3 fatty acids. We need to get externally. One source is the fish. We are not able to eat the fish means we have other sources like flaxseed oil or chia or hemp seed. It has the lot good amount of the omega-3 fatty acids available. So we can take that on for the helping our mind and body is the very good shape. This is the what overall we have to think when we are going for the food as a medicine. Each disease, if the initial stage, we have the good amount of the nutraceutical molecules with us. So that's what we have to think. In this direction, what are the opportunities for the women entrepreneurs in our country? That's the what Sakti wanted to talk to everyone. If you look at India's consumer market, world 6th consumer biggest market. The food industry itself is the biggest one. There's a 5th in the size in the globe. So in this size, recently the May month, KPMG is predicted $263 billion market size right now. It's going to be a $535 billion size market in another 5 years time. So huge. It's going to be a double. The only segment it's the only industry you can, even 10 lakhs rupees, you can start your own business. You can't start any other industry with such a small amount. But raw material availability is the key element. One should think how much availability of the raw materials with us and how much you can process it. What are the product you can convert into that? That's what, these are the two things we have to make sure. First, you wanted to start your own industry. Second, you may ask questions. How to run this business for the sustainable model. If you look at what I said, that whole industry in India, 90% comes from the micro and medium and small industries, 90%. And among this 90% of the micro, small, medium industries are family owned, 80% to 90%. And they are not able to make it a very good business out of that because they take the loan from the government and they are unable to sustain into the market because after 3 years they are unable to fix the price, because most of the time these industries have fixed the price competitive to opposite the competitors. They fix the 50% less than that. After 3 years they are unable to compete with them because input cost is going to rise. So that's what they are unable to sustain. Most of the food startups also after 3 years they close it. So you have to keep in mind, first 3 years is a critical period. So investment and then running the 3 years, running cost for the 3 years, and where is your market? Your market is very, very important in sustaining your business into that. So First, you make the product, you showcase to your family members, 5 to 6 people. If they accept, take into the street, then you go for the industry, like a bigger industry, or you can go to the larger size market. That's what you have to think. The consumer behavior is entirely changing. Now consumer want convenient food, ready to eat food, and even they want sonic type of food, like a very novel foods they want. So accordingly, you have to prepare your product, then putting into the market. That's what these micro units are important, and easily one can start your business, especially women. You are thinking to start your business, this is the ideal one. Then you may ask the question, say, okay sir, I have the idea, I wanted to start my business. The funding is the key element, where I can get the funding. So that's what Government of India now started one scheme 1 year over. That is the Prime Minister Micro Food Processing Enterprises Scheme, the so-called PMFME scheme. So wonderful scheme. It's exclusively fund for the micro and small and medium industries. If you are existing units, you can upgrade your units. You are a new entrepreneur, you have to look into that Manipur, which is your district or anywhere in the country, one district, one product concept it operates. What is this one district, one product? It is not the new one. It is succeeded in 1979 in Japan. Japan, whatever today's evolved, it started from this scheme. So other countries also implemented, and India also we rolled out last year. This is a one district, one product concept. So if you take it in your plate, whatever comes from your plate, 1/3 of the product is transmitted more than 1,000 kilometers away from that. That's what we decided, that locally cultivated product and locally produce the product we wanted to emphasize that has come. So how it is operates, suppose maximum you can avail 30 lakhs from the Government of India. That is a centrally sponsored scheme. That means 60% of the fund is come from central government, 40% fund is given from the state government. So most of the states except West Bengal is been part of this scheme, and you can avail that scheme. And you can put up like application already on. Suppose you wanted to start a pineapple processing unit in the Manipur. Yes, if you can start, I think pineapple is there, one of the district, I'm not sure, but you check it. You can go for that, either drying or you take the pineapple in the slices. You wanted to put a brine solution, you can make it. So very simple. So you have to invest 3 lakhs rupees. 10 lakhs government will give subsidy, and 17 lakhs loan also provided from the Government of India by the banking sector. You no need to do anything, just you go to IIFPT website, you click the PMFME site, there all the details are available in the IIFPT website. Even DPR has been given there, just you download, you can submit to the banking. And for that also, Government of India and IIFPT and next Ministry of Food Processing Industries are joint hand. We made the structure, like we are training the master trainers going to train the district level trainers, and DRPs are going to train the people who are applying the applicant. That's what that whole structure has been created. And most of the product, 137 product in India out of 700 districts, all the product processing, the end product has been documented. It is uploaded freely. You can download from IIFPT website. So you can apply. This is the easiest way one can think about it. If not, another one, you can join. If it's Manipur, if you have a 50 people, you can start your self-help group. Then you register. Each self-help group will get 40,000 seed money. Using that, you can start your business, whatever the locally available you can start, or the farmers producers company still you can start it. This is the what overall structure of the PMFME scheme. You may ask, sir, where I can market it? That's what I said earlier. Market is very, very robust. Now people wanted organic foods, and most of the food is cultivated from our northeastern region is the organically cultivated. You want still further support, you can reach out. Our center is there, IIFPT center is the Gauhati, and you can contact them. They will help you for writing the proposals or the training or any support you want. Definitely they will help you. So if you look at the holistic approach, this is the what you have to think. We need from the bottom up approach. We need to train our bottom line, encourage from the local language, then they can go upward direction. That's what the whole PMFME scheme has been designed. We have the lot of success stories with IIFPT, especially for the women, and we give the technology and all the training for the exclusive for the women entrepreneurs. And we created more than 60 women entrepreneurs out of 120 entrepreneurs till date with IIFPT. These 60, they are really growing very well. I can give that one example of Sangeeta. She has come very small town nearby Thanjavur. She came to institute, started the bakery unit at her home itself, and now she's doing very good business in that whatever she is able to do with the millet-based biscuits. Another lady come from very deep village. She has to walk 1 kilometer to access the bus. She came to IIFPT, got the training, and she started putting her own unit in her home. Just that home size is 20 by 10 size. Inside itself, she has put on small bakery unit and one ice cream unit, and she got a business from the local school with the reference of IIFPT. Now, she wanted to seek this job here. Later, she is employing more than 5 women in her industry. That is the what this type of industry can cater more women, especially rural women and rural economy. So we have to think what is the best model to improve our rural folks and rural employment and rural empowering the women. So food business is the ideal one. One is that we are value adding what is our farmers are producing. Second thing, we can make the good amount of money out of that, because anything if you value add, you can increase the value on that. So you can keep that, what is the margin you wanted to keep it, then you can go for that. Another woman from the nearby district, she has the only recipe of her grandma's recipe. When somebody gets the ill, she used to give the particular recipe for the rasam, they call it the Tamil, like a soup type of thing. She wanted to convert in the instant mix. She used the IIFPT facility, and IIFPT has supported them to convert in the powder form. Now she got even President Award recently. So this is the what model. So you may be having some idea, either traditionally your grandma or your family has some idea. So convert into the convenient manner. Now, if you look at our millet when 2023 we are going to celebrate year of millet. How to promote the millet? Millet has the good enormous amount of the nutrition is there, magnesium, all the micronutrients are there. But how to make it? If you give to our kids, they may not like. Even ragi, the ragi mute, the ragi bar, they may not eat, but sticks in their mouth. Can we convert this ragi or whatever the millet into the noodles and pasta? That is the way we have to look. We have to think how best we can make it, and we can make it high energy dense product like a Nutritive. Now it has become a very famous in the Western countries. The morning breakfast, they used to have only Nutritive. That is nothing but all the peanuts and the sugar mixed with that, convert into the bar, as can give that around 300 to 400 calories of the energy along with the nutrient. It's possible to create. It's a very simple technique, and IIFPT has developed the millet ice cream. We have taken the millet, we convert only non-dairy ice cream. Just we convert as the milk and made as the ice cream. So purely millet, we created the ice cream. It has the lot of nutrient, and convert instead of taking the like a milk, you can go for this. And nowadays you would have heard about lot about artificial meat. Yes, jackfruits, a lot of jackfruits are available in northeastern region. You can convert jackfruit, unripened jackfruit powder as the low GA. It has the good amount of the protein and the fiber. You can use it mixed with your atta, this one, then you can make it a low GA product. From jackfruit, IIFPT has created the jackfruit plate and even jackfruit powder, all these things. So we can make a lot of product out of that. Another one is the honey, because minor forest produce honey. Honey also is having a good amount of, it's a very simple pre-processing. You can convert and make it as a bottle. You can sell it in the local brand, which is the brand you wanted to choose it. If you make it a very high quality product, people wanted to give more money. That is the trend right now is going on. People are not looking in the price tag. People wanted the pure form of the product. Now in the market, people are thinking most of the products are not from the pure form. That's what they wanted, a pure form. So definitely you can supplement such type of product into the line. So whatever the small thing like doing good packaging is important. Make it a good packaging as well as the good brand value. The brand is the clear important. So create a brand and good packaging, the very high quality product. If you prepare, you can reach out the market. I said, Stand Up India, they give women entrepreneurs up to 1 crore. PMFME scheme can give 30 lakhs. It's the minimum amount. Apart from the technical support, we are there. IIFPT, please contact us. We try to help you. Even at Thanjavur or our Gaugati center, we try to help you. Which is the product you wanted to manufacture? Most of the product already it is available in IIFPT website. Just you click to PMFME site, everything we uploaded. So hope we can connect all the things. Why women empowerment is important means we can increase our efficiency in the each and every areas. That's what we wanted to do it. And our dream is to make India as the world food factory. Whole world, everybody has to take India's food. And definitely in this line, what Sakti is doing is promoting this. The second time Madam has called me to come today. I told, again, I given the talk. Madam said, no problem, you can give. Sorry, I'm not used the today's slide. And it is the only way we can make it a more empowerment, because it's the money, power is the important for the women to come up. One is the education. Now, second is the money. Education, I think we have done enough. Now we need the time to start thinking about the money power. Money power, how to create. One is that this type of entrepreneurship and the development of the whole circle and as well as the community. This is the way we need to look into that. I think Sakti is doing a wonderful job, and IIFPT already working with the Sakti to document all the traditional foods, what is available in each and every state, and what is the nutrition. I said we have enormous commodities with us, but we don't have the documentation for us. So that documentation is important for the future generation, because otherwise somebody will claim our traditional knowledge belongs to them. No, we have all our traditional knowledge. For one simple example, what we used to give to our God, banana and coconut. These are the two things we used to offer to God. Both are very highly nutritious. Banana, very good amount of all the minerals, magnesium, fiber, good amount of the source. And if you look at the coconut, everything is a good at coconut. And it has the protein, it has the medium chain fatty acids. It's good for our even brain, because it's create the ketone in the digestion in the liver. So some people already started coconut oil is not good, but it's really good. Now people are even drinking coconut oil as a capsules per day. But we lost that one. Even if you go and see the kokum, even I think Carzinia gambosi, it is available in the Assam and most of the northeastern region. It has the, even South India, it is the Kodukampuli they used to say, and Malabar tamarind in Karnataka region. It's a very good fruit. It has the hydroxycitric acid on compound is there. Just you put it in the water, it's create the acid. They used, it's a very good coolant, but now they found out it's an anti-obesity. You can reduce the weight when you take that type of fruit, hydroxycitric acid. It's converted as the capsules, but already traditionally we are using such product in our country. So that's what we need to document all the things. So we are very closely working with the Sakti under the Mother Kitchen framework. Hope that can create a lot of awareness among all our nationals, and very soon we are going to release one by one documents. Once again, thank you so much for inviting me to share my thought on this angle. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your stimulating speech. Now I request Dr. N.G. Nero of Moirang College to introduce Dr. Vedamani to the participants. Over to N.G. Nero.
A very good evening to one and all. Let me take this privilege to introduce Dr. Vedamani Devi. She's a well-known, well-renowned, learned person. We are very fortunate to have her in our midst. So before she take her time, let me read out her biodata. She is at present Dr. Vedamani Devi. At present, she is serving as a guest faculty in a Department of Food Science and Nutrition in the Department of Home Science in GP Women's College, DM University, and Sija Nursing Academy, Langol. And her area of interest includes like food science and nutrition, ethnoculture studies, nature studies, and she is also awardee of Indian BIAZ award based on the agro product in the 17th World Expo and Conference at Bombay. She is the best Northeast women entrepreneur in 2019, which is awarded by the Anuprarana and Guwahati. And she is also Iconic Faculty Award 2019. She's have a life membership, and she has got so many affiliation in various institutions like life member Indian Science Congress, then member of Food Scientists and Technologies, and then advisors of Anuprarana Assam, Vice President Northeast Women Entrepreneur Association, Vice President All Manipur Food Processor Association, and Vice President Dynamic Manipur, Executive Member All Manipur Home Science Association Imphal, Trustee Manipur Nature Society Imphal. Her education qualification is like she has completed her MSc in Food Science and Nutrition in Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Agra, in the year 2000. And she has completed her PhD in Physical Anthropology in Manipur University, 2007. Other qualifications like she has completed 3 diploma courses in Meitei Mayak, the Nutrition and Health Education, and HIV and Family Education in IGNOU. She has also many outstanding qualifications apart from her education qualification, like she has completed short-term courses on food preservation and allied products. She has cleared TET exams, completed short-term course of UGC, then completed training on the usage of agro-textiles in protected cultivations at KVK, Bishnupur. And then she has also completed a training program on back-end technology, completed training program on spawn production and cultivation of mushroom. She has training program on the production and processing of button mushroom. Then she has also completed short-term course on UGC Forensic Science. Then she has completed her training on entrepreneurship development program and banking financing of project. She has also a course completed on entrepreneurship development program on PMEGP beneficiaries. Then she has a good number of good years of teaching experience in different colleges in Manipur, like 3 years teaching for class 11, class 9 and 10 home science, 5 years teaching experience for class 11 and 12, 6 years teaching experience for undergraduate classes in home science in TS Paul Manipur Women's College, then undergraduate classes of food science and nutrition, therapeutic diet at GP Women's College, graduate classes of food science and nutrition in Pandit Din Dayal Upadhyaya Institute of Agricultural Science, Utlaw, Bishnupur District, Imphal, Manipur. Then she has also a good assignment by Deputy Center Superintendent or Invigilator or UGC NAID, and then resource person for entrepreneurship development program on food processing industries for Imphal West and East District at Food Processing Center, Porompat. She has a great details of research experience. She has been working as a co-principal investigator in sponsored by the Directorate of Environment in Government of Manipur, then the DAFE, IGNO, Imphal, then principal investigator from IGNCA, Delhi, then principal investigator in 2006 and 7 in Tribal Research Institute, Government of Manipur, then principal investigator, Department of Culture, Government of India, then principal investigator in Tribal Research Institution again in 2004 and 5, then a research fellow, and so on and so forth. She has got so many research experience. Then coming to her publications, she has so many papers submitted and published in both national and international journals. And then she has wrote so many like abstract papers in news bulletins and so many journals. And then other publications, like she has also compiled guidebooks on home science for class 11 and 12 Imphal. Then she wrote a book on marginalized tribes in Manipur. Then she has written books on gastronomy and the nutritional status of Tharao tribe of Manipur. Then she has also done activities, very interesting activities on research activities, like associates with number of individuals and institutions in conducting field studies and documentations on the food and food habits. And then she has also good numbers of workshop seminars in both regional, national, and international levels. So, seeing her biodata, we are very fortunate to have her in our midst this evening, and then she's the right person for this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. N.G. Niru. Now I request Dr. Vedamani to deliver her speech.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I'm Vedamani. And I would like to thank Ma'am Asa Gupta for inviting me for this prestigious event. So, Ma'am Asa Gupta, should I give my presentation in English or in Manipuri? Is it okay to be given in English?
Yeah, please give in English, because there are persons from outside also.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you very much. Thank you. So the topic which I'm going to present today is interpreting to indigenous foods as nutritive intake supplemented by their medicinal value. So when we look into the food as medicine, we need to focus on the indigenous foods. We need to focus on the traditional knowledge. That's how we can get the full knowledge about the nutritive value of the foods available in our region, and which are just handling down from generation to generation because of their medicinal value. So we need to focus on that thing. And that's why my topic is on the interpreting indigenous foods as nutritive intake, supplemented by their medicinal value in relation to this food as medicine program. So to work on this, we need to focus on the ethnic community and indigenous food. So, whenever we talk on the food as medicine, we need to work. We need to research on this on the ethnic community and the indigenous food, because different ethnic communities use the foods by applying the traditional knowledge, and because of that we can know about the medicinal values, the quality of the food, the content of the food which we are using in our day-to-day life. So in this point, I'd like to just highlight about this Manipur state, because Manipur state has various ethnic communities, including Metis communities, scheduled tribe, scheduled caste, and other non-scheduled tribal groups. So who are settled both in the plains and the hill areas, and they have a good knowledge of plants and various parts, knowledge of the plants and others, and the various parts of the plants and the nutritive value, as well as for their medicinal value, it's come through traditional knowledge. So we need to focus on the traditional knowledge of every ethnic communities. So it's why I am focusing on this point is the traditional knowledge. It's not documented well. So that because of the mode of the transfer, so traditional knowledge is always transferred through orally. That's why we need to document this kind of precious knowledges. And to know the food value, the medicinal value of our indigenous food, we need to know about this, about the consumption pattern, and as well as the traditional knowledge of every ethnic community. And along with this, we need to document about the folklore, folk Medicare system, everything. After that, we can compile and we can restore our valuable knowledge of the medicinal value of foods for the next generation. Now, the next slide is on indigenous foods. Here, I would like to talk about the traditional food of Zakpa, then focusing on the tribes also. I will just pick up some case studies on some case studies of the Rao tribe and Kharam tribe of our state, and then the beliefs associated with food habits of this tribal community. So, when we look on the Zakpa's traditional food, there the very much similarity of the type of food where we the valley peoples are consuming. We can see this kind of the similar food patterns in the Zakpa community. For example, Metis communities, like we are having Shinju and all, and for in the valley areas, in the Shinju also, it's a kind of vegetable salad. Here we use the varieties of fresh leaves, but in the speciality in the Zakpa community, they have salads of insects and fish salads, which is locally known as Koijam Sobita. It's a kind of grasshopper they are using, and fermented fish. So this kind of similar cuisines are also available in this Jalpa. So by knowing about the food habits, we can to work on the ingredients of the food so that we can get the valuable medicinal value they are using, because we can ask why they are using insects in the salad, what are the properties for that. That's how we can know the value of the foods. So in the first step, the solvent in this kind of food habit, we can create we can know the culture, the traditions which are going along with this food habit. So I'm not going to tell how it is made. These things that I try to sort the points that I want to come to the traditional foods of this community. That's just want to highlight some of this. And besides this, the salad of insects, the villages, the peoples of Satwa, they really certainly prepare with samba, sweet pots, fresh and green samba, and the pots are finely soaked into pieces and are boiled in water. So then mixed with salt. Chili is fried fermented fish which we call nari, and carefully mashed with hand until the ingredients have been truly mixed as required. So and to add this, fox nuts are added to the preparation, and it becomes another variety of the curry, like chili curry, like morok thongba. So like this, we have different varieties of traditional food in this community, and based on that, we can interpret the value of the foods they are having. And like this, the Chakpa communities, they also usually at small fish that like catfish and some napizo, which is we call it Lepidocephalus vetmori, to add this also. Just it's an addition of protein value to the food. Now let's come to the traditional food of the tribes. This I'm bringing up as a case study of Tarao tribe. So first, I would like to highlight some of the traditional food for the Tarao tribe. So this tribe, it has much value to the traditional food habits and food acquiring practices. So, they get their food safely from two sources. Firstly, as products from shifting cultivation, and secondly, as minor forest produce. As most of the Tarao tribe community activity is food gatherer. So they collect a large variety of seasonally available edible foods, leaves, fruits, tubers, and mushroom from the forest for their daily diet throughout the year. This tribe also grow vegetables like beans, colocasia, pumpkin, cucumber, asport, etc. for local consumption. And on the whole, rice is accepted not only as the staple food, but as status in comparison to corn, yam, and other tubers. They are also cultivating rice, but in the lean season, they use corn, yam, and other tubers. And this community is relish eating rice cooked by the steaming method. here, the food values which are used by the indigenous people, we need to know in detail about the methods of cooking also, because it enhances the nutritive value of the food. So when we look into this community, we found that they usually cook rice by the steaming method. So, and this involves a method of cooking rice by the hot steam from boiling water, which is vessel in a pot placed beneath a vessel in which the rice is kept. So the rice is washed thoroughly before placing the vessel. No water is contained in the vessel where once rice is poured. It has a small hole at the bottom to allow the steam to pass through. So this kind of small tradition used by this community, tribal community, which we need to be documented. So in the case of Kharam tribe also, like the other ethnic groups, rice is a staple food of this Kharam tribe, and meat is their delicacy. They brew country liquor, and it constitutes a part of their cultural life. So this is particularly reflected in the observation of the several rites and rituals during the periodic and annual ritualistic festivals, ceremonies, and other social occasions. The preparation of country beer for consumption in the festival is an elaborate affair for the village community, so much so as offering of good quality drink. As a drink is a sign of dedication and wholeheartedness on the part of the host in the process of the ritual observation. So, there's also the process of this preparation and the offering of this liquor, everything. This kind of rituals, rite and ritual, it's also very much related to our food habit, and we can get so many knowledges by working on this rite and ritual in relation to the food. And because they follow elaborate procedures in the preparation of food and drinks, especially for the rituals. And this is in conformity with the customary tribe. So, besides the rites and rituals, we need to focus on the beliefs associated with food habits by any community. So here we are discussing about the two tribes, and that's why I'm just focusing on the Dharau tribe and Kharam tribe. So based on this community, the beliefs associated with food habits are influenced by traditional belief systems. So just picking some point to clarify about these beliefs associated with food habits. So according to this Dharau population's belief, pregnant women are discouraged from plucking fruits or vegetables that are grown on the roof of the house. Because it is believed that if they eat these fruits or vegetables, they may remain barren. So interestingly enough, it is believed that if the pregnant women eat mud, the small bone will be healthy. Bitter fruits and foodstuff are not eaten in pregnancy. In these things, we can't know that the food we eat is directly related to our the status of health. So they are the beliefs which are associated with our food should not be left aside. so many important things needed in these beliefs. So we need to work, we need to learn so in these areas also. Just to give some examples in the beliefs associated with food habits for this Sarang tribe, they believe that bitter food is the influence in the obstruction of milk flow in the lactating mothers. This kind of also is found. So, and besides this, the innermost system of the banana plant, they have given to the lactating mother. It is a belief that it helps in the milk flow of the mother. So the bitter food is the influence in the obstruction of milk, but innermost system of the banana plant helps in the milk flow of the mother. So like this, we can interpret this kind of indigenous foods as a food as medicine. So there's so many things, there's so many beliefs associated with food habits, and we need to work on this. Yeah, in this slide, I'm just trying to deliver on the significance of customary practices. Here, the belief systems associated with the ritual worship and the use of wild medicinal plants, these are the significance. Because of the customary practices, so we just come to know about the medicinal values of the various food. So just to name some, what to say, some of the fruits and leaves which are born September to October and December to February for the fruits and leaves of the Moktrobi. It's the Rutaceae family. It's helps in the chronic fever, indigestion, cough, and bronchitis, and leaves and roots of the Uricchibi, which is known as sinus CS tree, which is grown during June to September. It is used for the horticulture, rheumatism, and other chronic diseases. And some of the leaves of the sinuses spray is also used in the muscular spray, antifungal, anti-cancer, and even in the tuberculosis also. And this to focus on the leaves. Leaves of tile, red cheddar, it's a Meliaceae family, which is found from February to October. It is used for skin diseases, antifungal and antibacterial. And the leaves and seeds of Mexican flower, sunflower, which is known as Numitle, it's Asteraceae family. It is used for the gastric problem, thorn, bruises. So like this, there's so many seed, leaves, roots, fruits, the wood. There's so many parts of the plants, fruits, and things we are using in the treatment of various diseases. So uses of medicinal plants as a food, it's also very much important to know. So just to conclude my deliberation, I just want to deliver that whenever we need to know about the food habits, we need to focus the value of the food and the habit. Food is food always follow because of the habits. So as it determines the mental and physical health of a community, and which reflects the nature of social and geopolitical aspects of the community as regards to the association as socio-political and socio-culturally established community. So the interconnectivity of the traditional food habits of the ethnic communities and their cultural practices. So in the one supplements the other. It's specifically brought into focus in this study. So of the points which I mentioned in this short period of time, we will have to enhance some good knowledge to our participants. So I'd like to thank you all.
Thank you very much for elaborating more about the indigenous food of different communities in Manipur. So now I request Dr. Sophia Morangan of SK Kula College, Nambol, to introduce Dr. Koijam Sobita to the participants.
Good evening, respected guests, faculties of other universities and colleges, my colleagues, and all the participants. It is my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, respected Madam Dr. Koijam Sobita Devi, Faculty, Department of Teacher Education, Manipur University. Dr. Koijam Sobita Devi has completed MSc Home Science, MA Education, and MEd. She qualified NET, both in Education and Home Science, and was awarded PhD degree in Education. Dr. Koijam Sobita Devi has teaching experience of 18 years at college and 7 years at university. She was the former head at Department of Home Science, Standard College, Imphal, and at Department of Teacher Education, Manipur University, Imphal. She has published many articles in national and international journals and also book chapters as well. She authored a book on child rearing practices in Manipur Meiteis, Muslims, and tribes. Dr. Sobita Devi's area of expertise are child psychology, guidance and counseling, women's studies, etc. So, once again, I welcome you, madam. I now request my colleague Dr. Viteswari to take the program forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sophia Morangan. Now I request Dr. Koijam Sobita to deliver her speech.
Thank you very much, Dr. Viteswari and Dr. Sophia. Very good evening to everyone. And first of all, I would like to express my thankful to Madam Professor Asa Gupta and the entire team of Sakti for inviting me to be here on this special occasion and sharing my important ideas. Some important ideas which is relating to the indigenous food of Manipur and which is useful for women. And it is a great pleasure for me to be here and to share some ideas. And as we all know that all over the country, and there are so many issues and challenges relating to women. And among these issues, and the most important issues are about the health and the nutritional issues. Because why these issues are there? Because we women have different issues relating to health and nutrition, and this nutritional health and the nutritional values, the health are quite different from the men, because we have different hormonal changes at different stages of our life. Like simple example is that during the adolescent stage, this menstrual cycle started, and again about the childbirth, about the pregnancy, about the lactating, feeding the baby. And again, when the women become old, women suffer from menopause. And in different stages of life, we women suffer a lot. because of this hormonal changes as well as. So that is why, in short, we suffer a lot of issues and the problems, facing a lot of critical problems because of these hormonal changes at different stages of life. And again, because of the socio-cultural context and the socio-economic status also, maybe for the low economic and maybe because of the society's rules and regulations, norms, everything is also influenced for this health issues in the nutritional issues. But we women should be always good dietitian as well as good nutritionist. So that is why we have to make sure that we should include the required nutrients in our diet about the carbohydrate, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals. And we should never forget about to drink water at least 8 to 10 glasses in a day to make us healthy and fit. This is very important. We should not forget. And again, here also this slide shows about that. In the modern society, and many of the women are also in the working section. So that is why we don't have much time to prepare food in a tasty way, in a nutritious way. That is why maybe in the fashion, maybe because of the lack of time also, nowadays, not only in the urban, in the rural area also, fast food and junk foods are very common among the women also and among the children. But especially for the women, this fast food and the junk food are very, it affects very badly in the health because this junk foods and the carbohydrates, it is high in carbohydrate and it also increase in the blood sugar, as well as these fried foods are filled with the trans fats and it is not good for health. And sometimes, this when we consume the fast food and the junk foods for a long time, it may lead us to have heart patient and the diabetic, obesity, anemic, so many diseases we can have. So let's try to avoid this fast food and the junk foods. Instead of that, we shall try to focus to the sandwiches. This also sandwiches, salad, oats, this also among the fast food, but these are very healthy compared to other junk foods, which is very high in the carbohydrate and trans fats. And see, a simple example about the based on the health, nutritional ill effects as well as about the lifestyle. So here, diabetes and obesity on the rise in India. This is a simple example I'm showing in this slide. It is for sources from National Family Health Survey 2005, 2015, 16. So here, let's see, simple example about the diabetes. In 2005-6, in urban, 1.38% for men and rural men, 0.86, and urban women is 1.37, 0.64. Again, in the 2015-16 data, that diabetes is 2.1 and 1.5 in rural and urban. In urban 2.1 and rural 1.5. And again, in the section for women, again 2.6 in urban and 1.2. Because these diabetic cases are increasing. And you see here, for the anemia, 2005-6, 17.7 for men, urban, and 27.7. And again, women, there is a severe anemia cases, 50.9. Just see the source from the National Family Health Survey. This is a situation for the health problem for the women. Again, still in 2015-16 survey, very high, 50.8 and 54.2, and the more severe in the rural area. So this is the situation. So we women should think about this, how to solve all these problems, because if the women is not healthy, then there will be no healthy family, healthy nation. So that is why we have to think on this also. So that is why we have to, and sometimes, women in the rural area, they cannot buy very expensive materials, foods, items, but we should not think on that. We have enough rich indigenous foods, which are very, very nutritious. So living on indigenous food is existing in symbiosis with our community and environment, and in the process produce or gather foods for our consumption in an environmentally sustainable manner. So traditional diets of indigenous people generally consist of a healthy balance of micronutrients, naturally low fat and rich in vitamins, minerals, fiber, and complex carbohydrates that provide lasting energy. So we should always keep in our mind that the indigenous foods which is easily available in our local context are very nutritious, and they have enough rich of vitamins, minerals, fiber, all types of nutrients are required um, contained. So we have to focus on this. And traditional about Indian food also. Not only Manipur, all over the India also, these traditional foods are. It has also preservative many techniques and therapeutic effects. And these traditional foods are functional foods due to the presence of the functional components such as body healing chemicals, antioxidants, dietary fibers, and probiotics. And also, it helps in weight management, regulate blood sugar level, and support body immunity. And this also further enhanced by processing such as sprouting, melting, and fermentation, because we have many good examples of fermentation in our local context. And traditionally, Indian foods are divided into three. One is Satvika foods, Tamasika foods, Rajasika foods. And the best thing is Satvika foods. It is about the cooked vegetables, milk, fresh fruits, and honey. Because this Satvika foods, we should try to confine in these foods mainly, because these foods people call it is the food for clarity of the mind and health, because it is totally based on fresh fruits and vegetables. We can cook it, we can have it in raw, but based on the fresh fruits and vegetables. It is very good, and it is very healthy. When people have this food, all the people are very healthy, and it is also called that it is the clearing of the mind and body, and it is very healthy, as well as it improve our good concentration, and there will be no tension. And Tamasika foods, it is about the meat, liquor, garlic, spicy, and the sour foods. But it is good. Sometimes we require to have all these things, but too much is not good, because when we have much amount of this Tamasika food about meat, liquor, garlic, spicy, and it decrease our energy. We may feel that when we have meat, we may have a lot of energy. No, it's not. But when we have too much of meat, liquor, and garlic and spicy, it decreases our energy of body. So we should not have much of this type of food. And Rajasika food, it is about the food that give enough energy to carry our daily work. Like, for example, it is required when we want to work for a longer time. It is required, but too much is not good. Not good for our health, because such type of food is related to the beverages and caffeinated drinks, about tea, coffee, and cola drinks. And sometimes pan also included in this. But sometimes we need to have all these things when we want serious work, but too much is not good. So these are the traditional Indian foods. And the Madam Asta told me that we should focus on the indigenous food of Manipur. So during this short time, I won't be able to focus all the things, but I will focus few important things, which is indigenous food of Manipur, and as well as which is very nutritious, as well as useful for women. So first one, and it is rich in soluble proteins. But in Manipur, all children and adults also use this, but recommended for adults and children above 10 years. So it has high nutritive value. It has energy, it has protein, it has carbohydrate, dietary fiber, fat, cholesterol, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium. So it has a lot of nutritional values also. Then again, another one is soybean. So everybody likes soybean. It is a fermented bamboo shoot, and it has unique flavor. And what are the benefits is property. And the most important is that everybody needs to have soybean because its benefit is antioxidant, anti-aging, cardioprotective, weight loss, and the immune booster. So anti-aging is very important for women. So that, and weight loss also, no women wanted to put on the weight. So we can rely on soybean also. And let's see the nutritive value for soybean. There's energy, protein also there, carbohydrate also there, dietary fiber, fat, cholesterol, there's no cholesterol. Vitamin C is there. And calcium is there, iron. So because calcium is very, very important for women, it is very important component for bone formation, for bone development. And during the adolescence period also, calcium is very important for the girl adolescent. And especially again during the pregnancy. It is very important, as we all know, during pregnancy, calcium is very important. And during lactating time also, when the mother is feeding the baby. So calcium is very important. And again, during the adult stage or in the old age stage, at the time of menopause also, you might have seen in many families that when a woman reach around 40 years, above 40, all the women are having calcium tablet. Right. So calcium is throughout the stages of life from adolescence till old age. We require calcium. So it is very rich in calcium, this soybean. So it is very good for we women. And there's protein also there, vitamin C also there, iron also there. Iron also is very important because as I've shown the slide from the National Health Family Survey that there are many high percentages of anemia. So that is why soybean is also helping to support for iron. And another one is yongchak. Everybody like yongchak, and it's a long bean with light green seeds. No need to explain about this. Everybody know about this. It has a lot of positive benefits. It is about the anti-dripation agent due to high content of tryptophan, and the vitamins B6 also contained in that, and the high iron and potassium also there, and because it's also beneficial for treatment of the anemia. And all this, it's about the maneuvers the brain cell and enhances one's intelligence. So when I study about it, it's very interesting fact that it also enhances our intelligence. So then it is recommended persons suffering from heartburn due to the natural antacid effect. So sometimes we have come across some people having complaining about they have the heartburn. So this, when we consume this yongchak, this is also helpful to control that one. And sometimes, we women have a lot of problems, and they're facing a lot of problem in different stages of life, starting from the adolescent stage. Even during the childhood also, women suffer a lot from different issues, not only health, from so many issues, we all know about that. But so because of that, anxiety and the tension, many women turn into depression very severely. So in this context also, a little from this yongchak, and this also very helpful because it has the health benefits of anti-depression. And it has, this is the nutritive value for yongchak, and the energy is there, protein is there, carbohydrate, dietary fiber, fat, vitamin C again is here, calcium, very high in calcium, and iron also there. So it is very useful for we women. And another one, lotus stem. Everybody loves to have thambo. This is thambo in Manipuri, and we mainly use as salad components. And it has crunchy, neutral yet delicate flavor. And it has, it is a seasonal food. But during this season of this lotus stem thambo, we really run after to buy this, and we really love it. And but it has also, not only for this taste, it has a lot of health benefits. It is about the high fiber, dietary fiber, to boost the digestion and prevents constipation. And it also balances the fluid in the body, and it prevents excessive sodium from affecting the bloodstream. And it also promotes weight loss. And it also absorbs the excess sodium and increases the production of urine. And the lotus stem, the last one is very important for we women. Lotus stem good for hair growth. So this is very important. And let's see the nutritive value for this. The energy for Thambo, energy is there, protein, carbohydrate, dietary fiber, because I always mention about the dietary fiber. Fiber is very important for our health, so that's why it's mentioned. Fat is very low, vitamin C is there, calcium also there, iron is there. So these are very, very important nutritive value, which is important for women. And another one is lotus seed. Lotus seed, this is we call thamjet. And so we really love this lotus seed also. And it is not only in Manipur, not only in the northeast, not only in the India, it is all over in the over Asia. It is used, and it can be consumed raw or in roasted form also, or ground and boiled into a syrup and a paste after being peeled. Also in different forms we can use this lotus seed, that is thamjet. And sometimes we have seen that lotus seed it can be cooked with by adding certain spices. It is also very tasty. I've tested once. It is very tasty. So in different forms, raw or roasted or boiled, can be in syrup form also, we can use it. But let's see the benefits. This is about the dietary fiber, boosts digestion and prevents constipation. Number one, it is very important. During pregnancy also, women should not suffer from constipation. So it is very useful, and improves blood oxygen and the flow of other nutrients, and it prevents heart attacks also. This is very important. And this controls aging. This is also very important. So Thambo and Thamjet is very important for, this is the med as in, has the med as in for anti-aging. And then is diabetics, and it is a source of folates, that which is very important during the pregnancy for forming the, for enhancing the fetus. So these are the health benefits, and it is very important. It is very useful to have during the pregnancy time, as the folate is there, which is very useful to enhance the fetus. And again, this is a nutritional facts about energy. Protein is there, carbohydrate, dietary fiber, fat, cholesterol, vitamin C, there's zero, like calcium, high calcium is there, iron also there, folates also there. So as I mentioned, folates is very important, and the pregnant mother can consume this. And another one is common taro leaves. It is called yendem of Manipur. It is very, very tasty, as well as it has a very high nutritive value. The benefits are blood purifier and antioxidant. This is very important. And high vitamin C, because immune system, and vitamin A prevents eye disease such as cataracts or all these things. And again, it reduces cholesterol. And again, another important thing is that omega-3 fatty acids. So it is also omega-3 fatty acid also contained here. It is very health benefits are, so many health benefits are there, and it controls the BP, also blood pressure. And the folates, again here also folates help in pregnancy to develop fetus. And the high iron reduces anemia, because this yendem has high iron content, so that is why it reduces anemia. And still I remember that when I gave birth to my two children, my mother used to cook yendem every day. So during my lactating period, so, and during my pregnancy period also, I had a lot, as my mother advised me to take it. And after childbirth also, during my lactating period, my mother used to cook every day for 2 months this yendem. At that time, I didn't know much about this, but when I studied about this, I came to know that it has very high iron contained, and it reduces anemia. So nutritive value for Indian is here: energy is there, protein is there, carbohydrate, dietary fiber, fat is there, vitamin C also there, calcium, iron, folates. There are so many. Nutritive values are there. So that is why it is very important for we women to consume all this type of foods. And that is very nutritious, and during pregnancy and during lactating period also it is very useful. And not only during these two periods, other stages, because it has iron content, calcium, and the vitamins. So during adolescence also, and during pregnancy, during lactating, and during menopause also. It is in every stages of women's life we can have this. And it is very it has a lot of health benefits. And another one is banana flour, lafutaro. So everybody enjoy lafutaro with the bora and the pagnum and iron, but in different forms we consume this banana flour. And let's see, in raw form also we can do. So in salad, in sinju, and in the cooked form we can use in different forms this banana flour. And about the health benefits, effect in treating infections in natural ways, deal with abdominal pain, abdomen, and reduces the menstrual bleeding, controls diabetes by promoting glucose uptake, which is turn reduces blood sugar levels. Magnesium content act as a natural antidepressant. This is very important, during among the adolescent girls also, because of so many hormonal changes. They have depression, their mood, they have a lot of mood swings at that time. Sometimes some of the adolescent girls have depression. So this is very useful for that, to treat for that also. So we can provide them frequently. And among the when the women is in the older stage also, sometimes we have come across many women, all women, they have a lot of depression. So we can give them this banana flour. And it has lot of antioxidants, and reduces the risk of heart disease and cancer also. And it increases the breast milk secretion for lactating mothers, and supports the uterus and reduces bleeding post-delivery. And it stimulates healthy functioning of the kidney also. There are a lot of health benefits for this banana flour. And it is very rich in iron, so it is very useful and combats iron deficiency anemia. And it also has works as natural laxative and regularize bowel functions and treat constipation. So many things, many health benefits with this banana flour. And this is the nutritional facts, values about the lafutaro banana flour, that energy is there, protein, carbohydrate, dietary fiber, fat, vitamin E also there, which is very good for the skin, and the calcium, iron also there, folate also there for pregnant mother. This is very good, and it helps for the fetus. And iron, it reduces the anemia, and the calcium also there. So it has a lot of high nutritive value. And so there are many things. I cannot focus all those things. There are so many interesting things about their indigenous foods which is available in our locality. And then let's try to find out about that. And some indigenous fruits, healthy fruits, cherries, rich source of antioxidant, and tomatoes, easily available here. It is source of antioxidant, and it prevents heart-related disease, cancer cells also. And so it works against the formation and the spread of cancer cells. It is very good. And papaya, in our locality, we find very easily papaya. It is a good source of vitamin A, C, folate. So many things. It contains a lot of nutritive value, and it is a perfect solution to problems like diabetes, heart diseases, like that. And again, guava, easily available. Now it's time to have guava in our locality also. So It has a lot of high nutritive value about the and improved blood sugar level and reduces insulin resistance. And it reduces intensity of the pain during menstrual cramps. This is very important. So we can give guava during the adolescence period to reduce the pain during menstrual cramps. And it improves mental health, eyesight, complexion, and metabolism. So we shall again, I will repeat again. So guava helps to have good complexion. It improves complexion. And again, avocado is controls weight, and the olive, wild olive, it is called hayai in Manipur. It is also seasonal food sometimes, but we can preserve it to have at any time. It has a lot of, it is very tasty also, and it has a lot of nutritive value. And so that is why it is used as anti-tumor, antimicrobial, antiviral, antifungal, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-diabetic. So all this stuff it has because it has a lot of nutritive value, as I've mentioned here. So hayai is easily available, even though it is seasonal food, and we can preserve it and we can have throughout the year. And another one is very important fruit, which is easily available in our local context, is Indian gooseberry, haiku. So we also love this fruit, and the most important fact about this haiku is that it controls blood sugar, rich in antioxidants, citric acid reduces risk of Alzheimer's diseases, nutrients of gooseberry promote heart health. So uh, we can. So that's why, based on these facts, we can have haiku. It's better to have we women to have haiku every day at least. Like it also reduces risk of Alzheimer also, because when women, we have come across many women when they cross 70, and many of them suffering from Alzheimer's disease, because women's life, it has a lot of problem in different stages. So that is why, in consolidation of all those tensions, anxiety, many women suffering from the Alzheimer. So that is why now we can advise to all the women that to have haiku every day to reduce all these diseases and promote health, heart health also. And another one is haibi. Haibi, when we were very young, our grandmother used to give us every day. But nowadays we avoid to have this. But when I study about this, it has a lot of nutritive values, and it has the value of treatment of infection, headache also. It reduces diabetes also, hepatic disorder, dysentery, indigestion, intestinal worm, and painful urination. All these things, it can be controlled while when we have the haibi. So it is also very useful. And the wild apple, it is also a seasonal food, but nowadays we preserve it by drying it or making it with the pickle. So this also has a lot of nutritive value about the vitamin A, C, B1, B2, folic acid, and niacin, and rich in calcium, phosphorus, potassium, carbohydrate, along with high caloric value. This is also very good wild apple. So it is very tasty. We can preserve it with the base of sugar or salt, and with the oil we can preserve it, and it is very nutritious and easily available in the seasonal food. In a very low cost we can get it, so we can preserve it to have throughout the year. And another one, Ceylon olive, this is torfon. Torfon, it is also at a very low cost we can buy it. For 10 rupees also we can have a lot of olive torfon. So, but it has rich in minerals, vitamins, fiber, valuable antioxidants, and it is also antidepressant, anti-anxiety, antibiotic. Oh, so many nutritive values are there. It has a lot of health benefits. We should try to consume it, and we should try to preserve it. And it acts as an antidote for poison also. and treatment of hemorrhages, gastric disorder, ulcers, diarrhea. And another important thing for women is that it's natural form of hair care. It's very good. And so Trophon is very good for we women. We have to have it. We should try to have it, and let's preserve it, and so that we can have Trophon. And another one, Pomelo Nova. It's very tasty, and this fruit is packed with several days worth for recommended daily intake of vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant and immune system booster. And it is rich in several other vitamins, minerals, nutrients, including copper, fiber, and potassium. So, see, all these nutritive values are there in this Nova. So, we shall try to have it. So, there are so many things we can explore in our locality as indigenous food, whatever available in our local context in Manipur. So let's be the explorer and let's try to understand all these things, all these indigenous foods which are available in our Manipur, and let's not depend on the food which brings from outside. Let's try to explore it, or let's explore our indigenous foods, and let's try to understand the nutritive value contained in those foods. And we women should be a good nutritionist and should be a good dietitian, so that we can make ourselves to be healthy. Not only we ourselves, we can make our whole family to be healthy. So let's be positive towards our indigenous foods. So be indigenous and stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you very much for highlighting indigenous food with nutritive values. Now I request Professor Asar Gupta to moderate the interaction session.
Thank you, Dr. Biteshwari. Now, the three scholars, three highly, nice presentations, all of you have listened. I request the participants, if they have some queries and questions, please ask. Please ask to our respected speakers.
May I have a question?
Yes, please.
My question is to Dr. Sobita.
Yes.
My question is about traditional healers. Traditional healers were once very popular, and they contributed much in the treatments of patients years back. Now we hear less about those healing practices, as it has been possibly replaced by allopathic drugs. So regarding these, what do you say about this? Nowadays, we see people also taking personal interest in herbal medicine more. So I would like to know what Dr. Sobita says about this.
Thank you very much, sir, for interacting with me. And it's a very interesting question, and I feel very happy for this question, because we should take the responsibility to study about this, and what are the health benefits for these traditional foods and the traditional herbs and all these things. And sir have mentioned about it. Nowadays, people depending on the allopathy, and it is about, at the beginning of my presentation also I've mentioned that nowadays, because of the lack of time, or maybe because of the easily available things, people are lacking to explore and study and experiment. And nowadays all the women and the men are working, and when they are getting unwell, and at that time, there is no much time to study about what are the herbs and what are the medicinal plants available in our locality, and to study about that, to how to get it and how to prepare it. There is no enough much time for we people nowadays in the modern world. So that is why it is very easy to consult a doctor, and they will prescribe, and we will get it from the pharmacy, medical shop. This is another thing. But the thing is that earlier when we were very young, my grandmother, grandfather, they used to do when we have like allergies. Nowadays, when we have allergies, we will go just directly to the pharmacy and then we'll ask for the allopathy medicine that I have allergy, give me one cream or something. But at the time, with your question, thank you, sir. I remember that when we have allergy, when I was very young, when I informed my grandmother that I have allergy at my hand, so my grandmother brought some leaves for the this one China rose and a marigold, and then mixed and grind it and just rub on my hand, and after a few minutes that allergy gone. So I remember that I recollected. And so such things, but at the time, everybody is depending on that, and everybody also very conscious about this traditional herbs and medicinal plants, and they know how to do it. Because using these traditional herbs and medicinal plants, at least we should know the amount, how many amount we have to add in that, and what is the process of making that medicine. There's a certain process, but nowadays, because of the modern society, and there is a gap between communication gap between the older people and younger people and very young people, and this information is not transmitted to the younger generation. So that is why I still remember that one which my grandmother did it on me when I have skin allergy. But then because I experienced that one, and I can transmit to the next generation, to my children. But those who did not experience about those situations, so they don't have the knowledge and experience on that. So likewise, nowadays in this modern society, so many people are dependent on the technology, not the relationship, family relationship, and the communication, cooperation, understanding, sharing, caring. It is very less nowadays. So that is why in the same family also, there is no good communications in certain families between the parent and the children, between the grandparent and children. So that is why those ideas are communication about those traditional herbs, medicinal plants it is very less nowadays among this generation. So that is why the most important is that so at least because we know that we have a lot of traditional values for the traditional herbs and the this medicinal plants. So in that we must be the explorer, we must be the experimenter, and we must think that we have the responsibility to explore all these things, and with those information we must try to experiment at this present age, as well as transmitting the knowledge in our next generation. So I feel that if we can do that one, we will be able to find out the health benefits and the medicinal benefits, all these traditional herbs as well as medicinal plants, and we can transfer the values to the next generation. That is my idea, sir.
Thank you very much. I'd like to have another question.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Please. Yes, please continue.
This question may go to Dr. Sobita also. As we come across winemaking is seen in almost all the traditional community, especially in the context of Northeast or Manipur state. As we witness, wine is an inevitable item, even in the ritual ceremony. It is used. How this is to be seen? What do you say regarding the importance of wine culturally as well as health point of view? I would like to know.
Yes, thank you very much once again. And as Sarah mentioned about that, this wine brewing and the wine preparation, and this is very important relating to customary laws also. in Manipur, there are so many tribe communities. So, in certain tribe community, wine is very important for the customary laws. It is indispensable. It is compulsorily used, and in the birth of a baby, in the till the death of the person, in every ritual things, wine is used. So for that, as it is the customary law, and as it is important, then we cannot ask them to stop this winemaking process. And as it is, because since time immemorial, for this particular tribe community, they have been using this. So that is why, so not only for this, for we Maitai also, then for other community outside the state also, they have a lot of customary laws, and they have a lot of ritual laws and traditional beliefs. So all this we cannot stop. So that is why this is important. And regarding the health benefits, and
Yeah.
we have come across many research findings about using wine, and it is this wine is itself, it is a medicine for certain persons, and the amount of wine to be consumed by a person is also recommended. And so excessive use of this, it is very it has health effect, but uh, with the differencing norms of the amount of consuming wine, it is also a lot of health benefits. So we have come across many research findings. So this wine, if we use purposefully in a positive way, it has a lot of health benefits, as well as it is useful in certain, as I've mentioned, in certain tribe community, from birth of the child till the death of the person, in different stages of life, in the ritual, as a customary rules and regulations, it has been used. That is different thing, because it is compulsory for them, it cannot be denied. So that is why in certain community they are preparing this wine. So we cannot deny that one. And another one, about the health benefits, if it is consumed in a recommended form, in the recommended amount, and it has a lot of health benefits. So also must be knowing about that. It has a lot of research findings there is, but it has negative health effects when we consume beyond the recommended amount. So that is the facts there.
Thank you, Doctor.
Here, Emosana, what we should say, that food, they work as fuel, is it not? And then
Yeah.
it depends that it helps you promote growth or worsen growth the way you take, what Savita wanted to say. So I think it is correct
What
also.
we are surprised is it has sustained long. No, so far it has sustained with the very rooted system of the traditional
Sustain, because
community.
you see many fermented food, I mean, where the things are very much. For example, if you go to Goa, you will get feni. They make
Right.
from
Banana.
fermented cashew nut. They make from
Oh,
fermented
cashew nut.
cashew nut.
Yeah, cashew
Their
nut.
rice is there much, glutinous rice is there much in Valley. So here, I mean, the way of making beverage is that you preparation. So different ways where the things are there in plenty. How the customs have evolved, it is different question. Because whatever we are seeing in our environment, the flora and fauna, the people they have used, they have observed it, they have made a, what to say, association with it, then they have experimented with it, they have used it, and slowly it has become their habit. So actually we cannot we cannot these are all intermingled things. Actually we cannot separate the habit or the tradition or the food or our geography or ecology which is around us. So you have asked a good, rather brainstorming type of
Yeah,
thing. So it is good, and then yes, but it is what I will say again. The bottom line is that the food works as a fuel, and then it depends on us how we take it. So the intake of it, whether it will worsen us or it will promote our health, that is very important. Okay.
Yeah, very thankful to Dr. Sobita for
Thank you,
highlighting
sir.
especially the diet that helps women, especially during the pregnancy period and post delivery. That was very interesting. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I have forgotten to introduce myself. I am Dr. Rajkumar Imosna Singh. You must be knowing me.
course, environmentalist.
Yeah.
Yes, nice to talk with you, sir. After a long gap.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, any more queries now? Any more queries with our speakers?
Ma'am,
Yes,
I have a question to Ma'am Sovita.
yes,
Ma'am,
please.
I'm a student of standard college. Ma'am, fruits are of different types, such as sweet, sour, etc. So, can we give all the types of fruits to pregnancy women?
Types of fruits. Yeah, yes,
All the
Sarita.
types of fruits.
Yes, Sarita, there are lots of fruits we can consume during the pregnancy, and which is very high in antioxidant, antidepressant, and the vitamin. This one, vitamin C, calcium. So many things are there. So, in our locality, we find a lot of fruits, and there is no restriction to have on that. And but earlier in the earlier days, like traditionally, all the people used to advise us that not to have green papaya, not to have green papaya. We should have a study on this also, because all my grandparents and my um, mother-in-law also restricted to have the green papaya, because they said that it have to abort the baby. And that's the only thing I came across from the advice of the elders, which we should not consume during the pregnancy. Other fruits are allowed, and whatever fruits we come across in our locality, that wild apple, this haibi, hayai, whatever I have mentioned, haiku, Nobab, everything we consume, and it has a lot of health benefits. And from light citrus to highly citrus foods, and then these oranges also, we have a lot of tasty oranges in our from Tamenglong. Also, it's very tasty, and we can have this. And sometimes, we get apple also. Not only wild apple also we get in our locality. Also from the hill we have. Even the taste is a little different from the apple which comes outside. So all these are we can consume during pregnancy, which is very good in vitamin A. This papaya is low. This ripe papaya is very good. It's content of the vitamin A, and a lot of health benefits are there. And the haiku, as we have mentioned, haiku we can have orange, we can have then apple, wild apple, nobab, haibi, hayai, everything. All this locally available foods we can have during pregnancy. So except which I come across, raw papaya should not consume during pregnancy. That is the advice from elders. So that's what, Sarita.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Udita, now any more query? Any more query, please?
Ma'am, can I
Yes,
one
ma'am.
question?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
please,
I have
please.
a question. Actually, it's not a question. I have an inquiry about. I would like to know more about the yongchak during the pregnancy and after the after giving birth. I mean, after post pregnancy.
Oh,
From when
yes.
we can eat yongchak?
So actually, is it sweetie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sweetie, one thing is that in all elders used to advise that we should not have yongchak during pregnancy and during lactating, because it is not good, and it has they may say that it may be having high protein, and because during the pregnancy period, if we consume a lot of protein, sometimes it may affect our health, maybe suffering from constipation also, right? But reasonable amount of consuming for anything, I think this it can be recommended, because it has a lot of high nutritive value. And during lactating, I will sometimes, after in our locality, nowadays the food habit is changed, and the lifestyle also changed. When I have my first baby, you see how I ate. Now I remember, it's horrible. After having baby, they used to give us only dry rice salt, and some dry fish. Only that much. I don't know. The question is, after giving birth, we need a lot of nutrition. But as a traditional pattern, we receive only white rice, dry rice without curry, salt, and the dry fish, which doesn't have any kind of nutritive value. So, so likewise, there is a traditional pattern, but after this, all this research findings, all after giving birth, nowadays, after on the same day, also given a lot of fruit and curry and fruits also. So likewise, it is a traditional thing that we should not consume yongcha during the pregnancy and after the childbirth, and we have to wait at least 6 months like that. But nowadays it is not done like that. So but the important thing is that we need to explore more what are the uh, negative health effects. Still we need to find out, but based on the this nutritive value, I think it is very useful during the pregnancy as well as during lactating, but we should try to limit the amount we consume. That's our only thing.
Right. Even I have searched a lot regarding Yongchak, but I could not find a receipt answer, like from how much amount can be eaten and how much should not be eaten. All. So regarding this, especially Yongchak, even this some Asian countries, even they are consuming, but there is no. We haven't find if till now I haven't got any.
Yes, yes.
Receipt.
Yes, yes. Sweetie, you are right, because not only in our Manipur, not only in the Northeast India, in the Asian countries, gongcha is consumed. In Bangkok also, they prefer a lot. And but the thing is that we have to calculate ourselves, because in a day, a person, how much protein we require, how much carbohydrate we require, how much vitamins we require. We need to calculate by ourselves. That's why at the end I mentioned that we women should be a good nutritionist and we women should be a good dietitian, so that we can have a healthy family. So that is why how much yongcha or how much meat, how much dal, how much vegetable I have to eat in a day, that has to be calculated by ourselves, because for every person, according to the age and the weight, there is a nutritional requirements are there. How much amount of protein grams I require, how much amount of carbohydrate I require per day. Accordingly, we can calculate it by ourselves.
Thank you, ma'am. One last question on Yongcha. Is it? It is not related with our skin and all. The skin color changes, pigmentation, Yongcha. Is it related?
Yeah, I don't find it about that. I didn't find it. I think it is not much related about the skin pigmentation and about the skin color. It maybe it really 50% of the heredity, everything is influenced by 50% from the environment, from the how much what we consume, and our lifestyle also. So that is why when we consume anything which is nutritious in the correct amount, then I don't think it is affected.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time, and you have answered all my questions. Thank you so much.
Dr. Sobita?
Thank you, sweetie. Yes.
Dr. Sobita, you have given a nice and informative presentation. And in your presentation, you have mentioned about the vegetables, which indigenous vegetables which are locally consumed. And most of these vegetables are consumed either raw or they are consumed after cook. So what I wanted to know is there will be any change in the nutritional value or the health benefit after these vegetables were cooked?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am have asked about this nutritive value, like whether it is same or not when we consume raw or in the cooked form. So, rightly you have mentioned about that. So, when we cook it, and we have a lot of like nutritive values are lost at some amount. So that is why, if it is possible, better we have in raw. But Nowadays, a lot of virus and the fungus are there, so it's very difficult to have in raw also. So that is why, even though we want to have this that much nutritious food by consuming raw, but we have to take care much on that, washing with the warm water and keeping in the cold water for a longer time. If we want to have apple, then we have to soak it in water for many hours, and again after that we have to dip in the hot water for some time to remove the viruses and all these infectious diseases. So better, we know that better we have the raw, all the vegetables and the fruits, but sometimes some fruits and vegetables we cannot have it in raw. At the time, at least we have to cook it, but comparatively, by consuming raw and after cooking, then there is a lot of difference in the nutrients content.
Thank you.
Okay. We can take one more question.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Okay.
Ma'am, is it okay or safe enough to consume the indigenous food these days in order to stay healthy, or will we get enough nutritional value, since nowadays almost all the foods are contaminated with pesticides? So what is your view on this?
Now the question is with me or?
Hello, madam? Can you hear me?
Is it me, ma'am?
Yeah, to Madam Sobita.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, you are rightly said. We know that our diet should depend on sattvic foods that is mainly based on vegetables and fruits, and you have rightly mentioned that nowadays contaminated with all this.
Yeah, pesticides.
All this pesticide, it is horrible, and in the rice fields also nowadays it is time to spread the pesticides and all these things. But the thing is that before a few minutes also I mentioned about how to eat raw. About the apple, we have to soak in the water for a few hours, and again if we want to have the raw fruit. But the thing is that even though we soak in the water, we cannot remove all those pesticides which enter into the vegetables and the fruits.
Systematically it can enter.
That cannot be removed. But at least some vegetables and fruits are there in the market. We found that they put the pesticide on the top, like not inside. Like for example, dasagusa we found it's very good, but sometimes and then brinjals also, long brinjals we have found. Whether the pesticides are inside the brinjal or on the
due to the introduction of the hormones.
So all these things we cannot identify all those things, and then when we visit the villages to buy the foods, and it is so surprising that they have different beds, different beds. And when I asked them why you have this separate different small beds, they said this is for our family and this is for marketing. So in some separate beds they keep without pesticide and without fertilizer, natural fertilizers they put, and for the marketing they put commercial fertilizers. So these are the things, but we cannot see all these things because we need to survive by consuming all these fruits and vegetables. So better we have at least some fruits and vegetables planting in our home. We can consume it, but if it is not enough for our family, then at least we have to buy. So we have to depend on the fruits and vegetables available in the market. But at our best level, we should try to select. We should have the consciousness that this food, maybe this fruit and vegetable must be with pesticide or not, like that. We need to experiment nowadays. We women have to be very wise, and we have to be very conscious about the foods available in the market. And sometimes some elders used to advise, when you buy brinjal, small things, you should buy it because they don't put pesticides on that. And again, others also inform that if they put much more pesticides, again, that fruit and vegetable become very small. So it is very difficult to find out all the fruits and vegetable which is without pesticides. But as it becomes fashion in this modern society, all the fruits and vegetables, they are genetically modified foods as well as has a lot of pesticides. So we women should take care for this. We have to be very conscious, and at least we have to dip in the water for a few hours in the plain water or in the salted water, which is a bit, which switch for the fruits and vegetables, and at least like at least we can keep 1 or 2 days and soak in the water. No, if we soak in the water for 1 or 2 days, it will be spoiled. Just I'm telling that. I'm just thinking that keeping the vegetable in dry for 1 or 2 days, and after that soaking in the water for 2-3 hours, and the washing with the warm water, like that we have to consume. Otherwise, thinking all this, we feel something bad that if we consume all this pesticide, how can we live? But still, again, we don't find any kind of food without pesticide. Again, if we don't consume all this thing, again we cannot live. So this is the situation. So we women have to be very careful and very conscious, and we have to be very wise dealing with this all these types of foods, and try to identify the foods that may be content of the pesticides.
So Sobita, next time we may have one session where we will be like to talk
Thank
about
you, madam.
this.
Thank you, madam.
What of contamination things are there, contaminated things are there, how we can get organic food, better food. So I'm thankful to all the participants and all the very, knowledgeable speakers for having with us. We have Dr. Sudha Tiwari. We have actually today AGF meeting right from 11 o'clock up to 6:30. She was busy with that. So let us ask our Dr. Biteshwari to continue the proceeding. Dr. Biteshwari.
Now, I request Dr. Binita Thanjavur of Thanjavur College to introduce Dr. Sudha Tiwari to the audience.
Respected President, Chief Guest, Resource Person, and all the participants. Now I have introduced a biodata of one of the dynamic lady who are President of National Shakti, Dr. Sudha Tiwari. She is a MA Public Administration and she had done B.Ed Education also. She has also MSc in Botany and completed PhD from Manipur University. She is also a consultant scientist, Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Rural Industrialization under MSME Ministry, Government of India. Product from natural resources of rural enterprises, she made around 1,000 entrepreneurs from rural India. She has published several papers, 6 monographs in Ayurvedic pharmacopoeias of India. Now, she is working as National President Shakti for last 9 years. She has applied for many educational qualifications. Also, we are accept the invitation of this delivering some valuable. Looking forward to Dr. Biteshwari. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Binita. Now I request Dr. Sudha Tiwari, President of National Shakti, to give her presidential speech.
Thank you very much. And I'm really sorry that I joined late and I missed many informative lectures which this particular webinar had. First of all, I congratulate Asha ji and her team for organizing such a wonderful webinar on food as medicine. It's a very important topic, and we in Shakti are taking over the mother's kitchen, as you all know, that inclusion and bringing over the importance of that traditional food system of India to the masses which has actually forgotten the traditional system of food now because of the young generation especially. And it is, as you all know, that we had this concept of prevention better than cure, and therefore we consumed food as medicine, and food, and especially the traditional food, was designed as medicine by our elders. And as I was listening to a dear speaker, she was mentioning about the food to be taken by pregnant woman and after pregnancy and before pregnancy. And it is very, very interesting that no allopathic food system has this restriction of not taking this food in the pre-pregnancy era and after pregnancy. But all of us, as we know traditionally, we all know that papaya is not to be taken during the pregnancy period. And after the pregnancy period, papaya is very useful because it helps in the milk production. So all these facts are very important, and although they are not, they may not be scientifically worked out, but still they are tested for so many long years, and they have come traditionally, percolated traditionally to us, and we are going to percolate it to our youngsters. And so this is very important knowledge that we have to preserve. And these things, and especially therefore this project which we have taken is very important project, and I'm really happy that Manipur has so many traditions, so many traditional food systems, and I'm really shocked to see. I have seen some of the pages only of that particular compilation which we are going. That in our states only, we have so many various diversions and so many different variety of foods are there in only in India also. So it is, and we don't know, especially for example in Manipur, they may not be knowing what is there in Maharashtra or in MP or something. So it is very important that we all should know the importance of these traditional food system, and we should take food as a medicine, because in this pandemic, as we all know, that medicines are not even available to cure the diseases, and so therefore it is better that we do prevention. So in developing our immune system, and that can be developed only by taking food as medicine. And I'm really very much, whatever I heard, I am really enthralled that this is so important and so very useful lectures which you had. And I'm really thankful to Asha ji for calling me, and I'm sorry that I will not be able to give long lecture today, but then my best wishes for the webinar, and over to you, Asha ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sudha Tiwari. Now I request Dr. Asa Gupta to give her vote of thanks and then end the program with end note.
Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Professor Anandharamakrishnan ji, IIFPT Director, Dr. Sudha Tiwari ji, National President of Shakti, Dr. Vedamani, Dhanmanjuri University, Dr. Sobita, Manipur University, respected faculty members who have joined this webinar, administrators, scientists, faculty members, students, and research scholars. Food as a medicine is a very significant topic which has been taken up by National Shakti in Mother's Kitchen project, and all the units whatsoever are there in different parts of India, in our own way we are observing, we are organizing this webinar. and taking the resource persons who are local in order to understand what is the value of these indigenous foods, what is their value, how they are having health impact, how they are utilized by society, how the customary traditions and culture they are preferring all those type of food. As we understand that there was a survey which was done on 1 lakh people, and we know that these processed foods they are taken by so many young generation nowadays. So if we there it was survey and the result was that if we have 10% more of these processed food, for example, then there is 12% increase in cancer. Similarly, another survey which was done in 2017 of 1 lakh people, they found that due to if the diet is poor, in that year 2017, 11 million deaths have occurred. And the survey further says that it has 255 million disability adjusted life years. These DALYs are the year which are caused due to poor diet, and each unit it is equivalent to 1 year. So we can understand that how much colossal loss is there if our diet is poor. So our diet should be wholesome, it should be healthy, and it should promote our health. When we are talking of food as medicine, we are not saying that it will be replacing medicine, but the thing is that if we have got the wholesome diet, then we can prevent all these diseases, because diet is important, because various components in it which are there, they work synergistically, and this cannot be replicated by any other supplement, and therefore this wholesome diet is important. Now we have to not go for very costly foods. The things which are around us, they have got lot of nutritious values. And then Dr. Vedmani also said, for example, in Chakma tribe or Tarao tribe, or she talked of Chakma tribe, Tarao tribe, Kharam tribe, for example. She said that how they are taking various type of insects or food, and then how it is customary, how it is related to culture, then the food value, how it is. How the things, traditions and cultures, they are all intermingled, how our environment it has got impact on it, how our forefathers have observed it, taken it, and then they have made it a habit. So these things they cannot be separated. And we know we are living in the biodiversity hotspot. Manipur is a biodiversity hotspot. Here we have got 33 tribes. These all tribes, they have diverse food, diverse customs, diverse traditions, and all these things are important to be documented and recorded, as also Dr. Vedmani said. Because with time, the oral traditions are lost, and the things which are important, traditionally known, that we have to be known, and it is to be documented, which is very much important. We have got lot of conventional food. When we go in market or in general in Indian food, when we talk, we have got these type of vegetables or these type of foods. But in Manipur, we have got so many unconventional food, fruits, vegetables, which other people are not having, maybe not aware of. So let us take this model, let us cultivate those things, let us domesticate them, let us experiment with them, so that we can take these our valuable traditions, these our valuable knowledge of these healthy food, or what to say, vegetarian food, also to the people in other parts of the country. It has got, as Dr. Anandharamakrishnan has said, that in Manipur, organic, when we talk of organic food, then people look for Northeast, people look for Manipur. Lot of things he has given, lot of schemes he has suggested, that how all those schemes, processing, marketing, all those things, training can be given, subsidies given by government, loan can be obtained, how much central scheme is providing. So many schemes he has narrated. Our women, they can take advantage of those schemes. He has talked of IIFT Guwahati chapter also. He has talked of Thanjavur also. So people, he is telling very clearly that in website the things are given, what they have done, how they can take help, and they are very open. And then the people, they can get advantage, especially the women, young women. After getting the degree, if they are not getting the job, this is a very fertile field where they can start their entrepreneurship, and they can work for it, they can work for the society and provide a healthy ecosystem around us. we understand that when we take these vegetable food, other fruits, indigenous foods which are there, there is a study that it has got the impact, a lot of impact in reducing the risk of cancer, the type 2 diabetes, the cardiovascular diseases, and so on and so forth. So that we understand that these traditional food, they have got powerful medicinal properties. Then only the thing is that we have to explore it, we have to understand them, and this requires lot of input of research also, lot of input of traditional knowledge also. So let us join the hand where the traditions and the scientific knowledge, they will bring out something good for the society. So we understand that healthy diet, it reduces the risk of disease, it is key to optimal body function. It improves overall the quality of life. It improves our brain function and cognition and holistic life. A holistic, what to say, approach to life we can get only if we have got the poor. If we have got the proper diet and the diets are not poor. So let us have domestication. Let us pay attention to cultivation of them. We are talking of pesticides, etc. But if we can cultivate them in some way, actually in Manipur we have got very good system, very good practice of home gardens around us. But where the space is also limited, people are doing on their terrace and in pots also the small vegetable gardening they are doing. So it is very heartening to know that how the domestication and cultivation, it can help solving some of our health risk and other problems. So the knowledge of ethnic communities, it is to be respected, it is to be documented, and it is to be translated to the wider community, wider audience, and to the public at large. So with these words, I thank our honorable chief guest, our honorable president of National Shakti, honorable speaker Dr. Vedamani, Dr. Sobita, all the participants, all the members of Team Shakti who worked very hard, Dr. Bhuteshwari, anchor of today's program, Dr. Santosh Nahakwam, who without whose help this webinar could not be organized. So with these words, I thank you all. And I have to say one thing, that on 5th of September, we are planning to have one full day webinar. It will be on new education policy, implementation and challenges. You know that 2020 education policy, it has already completed 1 year. Still it is in the draft form, but there are many gray areas which are required to be discussed. So we will have different stakeholders. 4 vice chancellors will be there to moderate the sessions. Please join our session. With this words, I declare the function as closed. Thank you. So thank you, madam. Thank you, Sudha madam, for being with us. Thank you, Dr. Sobita, Dr. Vedamani, our chief guest, Dr. Anandharamakrishnan, and everyone. Thank you so much.